Coming to you from the Varsity Sports Bar and Grill on Beachmont Avenue in Anderson Township. It is another special edition of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. Oh, that was a frothy one.
Ooh.
A frothy opening.
It's just the way you like them, frothy.
Frothy opening to the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. How we looking?
I just got a money shot from Dan. It's cracking. God, I'm gonna have pink eye tomorrow, aren't I?
You've been waiting for that for a long time.
Fuck.
You will have pink eye.
I'm good. Everything's good. We got Kiefer in the house. We got some special guests. Jason, I guess Kelly's working today. So congratulations. Welcome back, Jason.
Here we are. Here we are.
A lot of fun shit going on today. We got some people in the house watching, and they're going to hear from them very shortly, I believe. And we'll get to that in a second. But
this is nice, though. I mean, this is if one of these days we're going to have two cameras on this, and then we'll be able to show you guys over there. And then everybody will know we're not lying.
The fucking camera will break with this fucking crew, but
we make sure to have something.
yeah.
Well, that could happen too. You never know.
They're prolonging the Pride Month ride. They're doing a ride for Gay Pride today. I took a picture of all their colorful bicycles outside.
all
Sent it to
about timing.
Keith. Yeah, they're purple, red, orange, green, blue, indigo, violet.
The one with the purple wheels is really cool. Whose is that? How about that?
How about that? How about that?
Very shiny.
Don't you wish you could ride, Dan?
I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
You're the moron that rides with a group of people on a motorcycle and fucking says, "Nah, I'm gonna keep going. You guys are getting gas. I'm gonna keep going. I'm that guy." And then next thing you know, they got to wait for your ass.
Who the fuck are you to talk about
exit
riding bike? When's the last time you had your fat ass on a motorcycle? When?
Boom.
When? I mean, the one wheel scooter doesn't count.
Couple months ago.
The one wheel doesn't count.
Couple months ago.
A couple months ago.
Yep. Rode my son's 250 in the neighborhood.
Wow! Ooh, wow!
11 a.m. drunk with one eye shut, Dan.
Very impressive.
Yep.
Oh shit! It's gonna be one of those days.
Very
Mommy and Daddy are
impressive.
fighting
Jesus
again.
Christ!
Oh,
Fuck.
I love it.
We got some big shit coming up here. Can I make the announcement now, Keith? I can't contain myself.
For
What's coming up in the month of July?
is it the athletics?
Well, that, but I wasn't going to say that yet. I was going to talk about 7/23, July 23rd.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've got Chris Bustler, USMC Gunnery Sergeant. He wrote a book. Great story, local guy, Dayton area, and it was a reservist. And I've started reading the book, and I'll tell you what, the first 15 pages last night, I was actually getting fucking teary-eyed reading this thing. And just the civic act of duty that his family has lived for generations. And the day he got the call while he was on his mail delivery route that his unit was being called up, and how they changed the rules in a good way for honoring the dead soldiers. So no tougher duty, no greater honor, a memoir of a mortuary affairs Marine. And Chris will be here live in person to discuss his book, sell his book. And I honestly can tell you from what I've read of it, I kept reading last night, but fell asleep with a cigar in my mouth. Thanks to a muscle relaxer that I took at around 11 p.m.
It's better than a dick, I guess.
And I'm glad those fuckers go out quick too. Jesus, that could have been a fire in my garage.
No, I think this story is going to be. I mean, it's already riveting. I mean, I haven't even gotten the book yet, but I've watched a bunch of stuff on YouTube with him, and it's a story that you don't hear.
No,
it's it's always wartime stuff. Hey, I've been in this battle. This happened. This unfortunate thing happened. But to hear the story about how these guys get brought home,
it's a story you don't want to hear, but you need to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's one of those deals where they're still Marines. They're still, he breaks it down. They're still going to Kuwait, Iraq, Marine mentality. I'm going to go fight, kill. And their role is slightly different than that. So I can't wait to get to the end of it. It's probably going to be tonight. And it's a good read. Everybody buy the book beforehand. Come up here, get it autographed by Chris. If you don't have a copy of it and you hear the story, at least come up to the Varsity 8112 Beachmont Avenue in Anderson Township, listen to Chris' story, and buy the book. You can read it in more detail. Everybody always says the book is better than the movie, and that is typically true. So listen to the movie part and then buy the book and read it.
Did you get it on Amazon or did you actually find it in a bookstore?
I got it on Amazon, Dan. I did the Kindle because I am an impatient son of a bitch.
All right.
So
Yeah,
immediate download.
I bought a paperback copy off Amazon. It will be here tomorrow.
That and my phone or computer is typically always with me. So if I got about 10, 15 minutes in between court cases, I'll flip through a couple of pages.
And the fact that he wanted to do it live, he wanted to come down instead of doing it virtual. We could have had him video.
Oh, it's going to be great.
The fact that he wanted to come down, I was trying to make it easier on him, but so we had a great conversation the other night. So that'll be good.
July 25th, everybody's favorite person to hate, Andrew Pappas, will be live in the studio. Remote will be Chris Smitherman, council member of Cincinnati, and Chris has dealt with a lot of shit over the past decade, I believe, in politics and otherwise personally, and he'll explore that and talk about what comes next for Chris. Always enjoy Chris. He's been on many a morning talk show here locally, and I believe nationally. He's been on Fox before. I think I've seen him on Fox. I'll have to confirm that. But Chris will be a remote. We're still trying to work on Chris to get here live in the studio. But unfortunately, Pappas has already committed to be live in the studio, and we know how that goes.
So we're going to have to deal with him.
So everybody, if you're allergic to dog hair, you may not want to come to that show because Pappas is Greek, and I swear to God, he's dropping hair follicles everywhere.
You're going to have to bring your A game because he loves to zero in on you, which is entertaining.
I always bring my A game, Dan.
Yeah, right.
Except for Friday.
Except for Friday against Starks. I don't know what the hell that was.
That was athletic A game.
It was embarrassing.
It was 35 fucking years ago that I shot a basketball.
Well, you were Kiwanis.
It's not as
runner-up.
if you didn't know it wasn't going to happen. You could have practiced.
Well, the problem is the wife was out of town with the kids. Thursday night, I stayed out till 1:30, and I was not feeling my freshest.
So instead of practicing, you went and got hammered.
Well, let me throw this out there, Dan. Instead of writing that check, you're going out and getting hammered.
Practicing, you went and got hammered.
$102.50, Dan.
Just saying.
Keith and I also, for those of you that watched the match and the podcast on Friday, we have assured each other that we're going to do another horse tournament. This time will be practiced and hopefully not left to my own devices alone in Anderson, where I get hammered till 2 in the morning.
It's usually not good when your family goes out of town.
Fuck, everybody, and what kills me is everybody says, "Oh, it'd be so nice just sit at home and have the house to yourself." No, fuck no. I'm not going to sit at home.
We're going to have a story here a little bit later, but yeah, I wait for you to go either on a liver transplant list or dialysis.
Oh, yeah. I like
every time your family goes out of town.
I'm going to preface that story by saying, if I go dialysis, I'm going to England.
And we will hit that here shortly.
So we're going to do a horse tournament for $100 a letter. All proceeds are going to go to probably the Varner Foundation because God knows they need the money. They're short $102.50 still.
Where's that check at?
Yeah, where's that check? You reorder checks?
We're months past.
7 months.
I will have the Varner Foundation send you a notice, like for real.
Yeah.
Even though Rob and I fucked
not one of the fake ones.
Even though Rob and I fucked with you and sent you a fucking receipt.
I knew it was fake the moment I got it.
And I believe in August we're going to have Keith and I are going to form 2 teams. 3-on-3, old school style, behind the 3-point line, no full court shit, because somebody will die on that one, i.e. me. And I get to pick my 2. He is claiming he's going to get Curtis Bostic and Terry Nelson or somebody else from UC that is tall, big. But I think I've got an edge on him on that just because we're not doing full court. And I'm going to get some cheerleaders, some of my friends that are Onlyfans people, which we're going to touch on here shortly as well. So those things are coming up. That 3-on-3 is going to be in August. That's also going to be for charity, and we'll pump that date up. We'll put it out there. We'll let you know the location. That way, you guys come out. If nothing else, watch the cheerleaders. Shit, they'll probably be taking tips in their waistbands for whatever charity they're into. Mortgage payments.
Are you in charge of getting the cheerleaders?
Yes.
So it'll be almost guaranteed that they're coming from the brass ass. So we won't actually want to have them.
It will not be Miss Tiffany that I paid $20 to leave me the fuck alone from the brass ass. Guaranteed.
Either the brass ass or the New England club.
That would be you, Dan. You're over there.
That's you.
You're fucking 100 years old. You're over
there. That's it.
Those
Those are the women who like you.
He just said
It's the asinine. That's the women like me. You're fucking 90. Are you shitting me? You live over in the fucking New England club, Dan. Every time I see a paramedic truck going down there, I'm thinking, shit, fuck, something's going on with Carol. What do you do now? Probably gave somebody an STD. So those are what we got going on. A lot of shit in history today. Keith, take it away. Do whatever you want. We can talk about whatever. I'm ready.
No, do This day in history. Go ahead and knock that
Today
out.
in history. Not a lot of shit going on today. Catherine the Great assumed power. She overthrew Peter III on this day in 1762. What, Dan? What are you doing this?
No,
for?
who cares?
Fuck you, groomer.
Who cares?
Ross Perot died at the age of 89 in 2019. Everybody knows who Ross is. He had the big fucking elephant ears, and that's where the elephant ears come from at carnivals and festivals. They're based on Ross Perot's ears.
Dude, we talked about it a couple episodes ago, but Dana Carvey and Phil Hartman as Ross Perot and Admiral Stockdale is still probably one of my favorite fucking SNL skits from like not the old school, but you know, the 80s, early 90s. Dude, that shit was funny as hell. And that guy did have ears like Dumbo.
Oh my God. He looks like the guy on ESPN. What's his fucking name? I mean, we look at it all the time. Why didn't he get those things tough?
Siciliano, Dan Siciliano.
Yes, Jesus. On a strong windy day in fucking New York or Connecticut, wherever the hell they filmed that shit.
That motherfucker can hear Russian radio communications in them fucking ears.
Yeah. Actually, I heard he was one of the ones that helped locate the submersible.
he put his ear in the water.
They grabbed his ankles and dipped him over the side. Yep. American psychedelic rock band The Grateful Dead performed their last show at Soldier Field in Chicago, 1995. The Thresher, the first of a class of U.S. nuclear submarines, was launched 1960. It sank in 63. Weren't you fucking a submariner, Dan?
I was not.
You were the Christy McAuliffe of
Never
the
been on
submarine class.
Never been on a submarine.
Would be a submariner, not a submariner.
Whatever.
That's a pitcher. Submariner pitcher.
I'm just curious, Dan. You keep looking at me impatiently like a fucking kid waiting for dad to get his coffee on Christmas Day.
I can't look at you?
No, you're just fucking looking at it. I know you want to talk about groomers or some shit on Biden. I mean, everybody knows this, so just give me 2 seconds to talk about non-Biden shit.
Just trying to, be part of the podcast. That's all.
Tesla. Nikola Tesla.
Fellas, this is every time. If you don't watch it,
Was born.
it's every time, and it's awesome.
1856, Tesla was born. Zach Taylor, 12th president of the United States, died only 16 months after taking office in 1850. I'm trying to look around here for some other shit. Here's something that Dan was at. The marriage of King Henry VIII of England and his fourth wife, Anne of Cleves, was annulled 1540. You were a participant in that annulment, weren't you, Dan? I think you were the
I was just making sure you were real.
All right.
If you were at that event, I just want to make sure you weren't an apparition.
No, I wasn't there.
And that concludes Today in History because Dan wants to move on. Let's go to our groomers section or segment.
How do you know I want to move on?
Because that's all you talk
anything.
about. You talk about fucking groomers.
I didn't
Biden.
make one comment on your This Day in History.
He actually did not interrupt you this time.
Facial expressions. I can see it.
You're
Everybody
gonna
watching.
you're gonna have to deal with a little
What are
bit
you
of
so
that.
nervous about? You're jumpy, man.
I'm not jumpy at all.
The fuck?
I'm not jumpy, Dan. Let's move on.
What are we moving on to?
Let's talk about groomers. In the news today, there's a new set of groomers going on. They're OnlyFans groomers.
Ooh, we want to go there?
Yeah,
Should we go there?
Yeah, let's go there. She could groom me anytime. Or
So we
special ed teacher from Canada.
we saw this article, and I got to pull the screen up.
She can groom herself and me. Those are the groomers I like to talk about, Dan. You got it up.
So
Keith?
what, you gotta-
Special needs teacher fired after school district discovered OnlyFans account, denies egregious conduct.
She the best.
Wow.
Best was,
I mean, that's all I can say is wow.
in the article itself. It says that apparently one of her students or a student found her fictitious persona on OnlyFans or in TikTok and bitched because all she did was wear fucking bikinis and didn't go full or nude on TikTok and Instagram. Which I agree with the kid's assessment. I mean, that is perfect.
This is just like the fucking school teachers that are banging the football team and somebody can't keep their fucking mouth shut. You have such a good thing going.
That's what happened at the school I went to.
You have such a good thing going, and somebody has to open their mouth.
PSA.
But
PSA kids.
so I put it in the description. I mean, she's just trying to make some extra money. She's trying to put her kids through
And
school.
what's wrong with that?
She's not on. Well,
If
as far as I know, she was not in the school making the OnlyFans videos. So
I got no problem with that.
I got no problem with
See,
it either.
Chad Timmons says that
I'm all for empowering women to do that.
they
am
need
I
to
right
pay
about that?
teachers more than she wouldn't need
There
a
we
side
go.
hustle.
Okay.
I disagree. Don't pay teachers more. I love the side hustle, especially this little special ed teacher up in Canada. Oh my fucking God. Look at that pic. I'm into that.
Retarded kids need hot teachers too.
Yep.
all the teachers look like Ultimate Warrior back in our day. Yeah, I never had a teacher that looked like this ever.
I am.
Ever.
I'm in for her. I like it. And kids, keep
think
your
that
mouth
was
shut. Shut up.
Yeah, just yeah.
So I'm sure her
Just stop.
OnlyFans page is going to be rocking and rolling right now.
PSA,
then, right?
you're getting education, sex ed, and you're getting A's probably in history class or whatever the fuck she teaches because she's gonna want to keep your mouth shut. Just be quiet. She don't want your teacher or your parents coming in for parent teacher night, so she's gonna give you an A and say he's a fucking great student.
Just try
Well,
to.
I haven't seen this story. Who wanted to fire her? Who wanted her gone? Who wanted her?
The school district found out
The
about
school district.
it, demanded that she resign. She did not. And
Which school district is this?
It was up in Canada.
What, in Canada?
District 42.
Fucking
Dan.
Canadian.
Do you know where that
and,
is?
And they're also so pure as the wind-driven snow that someone who has an OnlyFans page are saying you're out.
They obviously don't know how to fight wildfires
What a
because
bunch
we're
of
fucking
clowns.
dealing with that bullshit.
Yeah, fuckers.
Fucking ass clowns.
Yeah, why don't you guys stop fucking around with OnlyFans people and teachers and start fucking concentrating
Let's
on
put
this?
some wildfires out.
We got a shit ton of lakes up there in Canada. Don't we? We need to just take over that fucking country. It's like it's our 51st state, anyways.
I love her side hustle. I love her, getting after it. I now probably need to subscribe to OnlyFans just to go check out her body of work.
We'll get Todd to do it.
Yeah, we'll make Todd do it.
Well,
It's
I
perfect.
would, if we expense that on the One More and I'm Out of Here account, I would approve of that expense.
You haven't paid a fucking invoice yet, Dan.
I'm
Are you
just saying.
kidding me? And expenses? What do you got? The fucking corporate Amex card?
No, I don't.
Shit.
I don't have any access to that.
There
But
is
I'm
no
saying-
Amex card because you haven't paid an invoice yet.
I'm just saying, if there's going to be an expense for that,
Thank you,
Nikki.
honey.
Hi, there she is.
Oh, wow.
Did you just flip off the camera?
Oh, why are you walking over there?
It's Nikki's last day. It's Nikki's last day today, and we're
Yes.
very sad about it.
Let's have a round of applause for Nikki. Isn't she great? She's the best.
Thank you, Nikki.
We are very sad to see her go.
We are. I told, although I
Oh,
did
yeah?
tell her when I came in today, I was like, Nick, I go, Eric, it's going to be nice to actually get somebody that works and serves people on Sundays in this motherfucker. She's standing right there.
No way.
And she will fucking stab you.
She's the best.
I'm
She
okay
will
with that.
stab you.
You know,
Yeah. Dan's got money from winning poker, but still hasn't
Oh, yeah, baby.
hasn't paid a One More and I'm Out of Here invoice yet.
we're just going to have to send him a whole demand packet.
Put a lien on his house.
Do we want to talk about dialysis, how it's important for people with kidney failure?
Yes, we do.
It's a little PSA.
yes, we do.
Brought to you by DaVita Dialysis, a local dialysis unit here in Cincinnati, serving the great people of our state and region. So they apparently are branching out, I guess.
Why are we talking about that?
You'll see in a minute. Andy.
Nurse fired for secret affair with a patient who died during sex in a hospital parking lot. This bitch over in England was banging one of her dialysis patients in a car in the parking lot
For a year.
for a
long-
year.
year-long relationship.
And this guy ends up going into kidney failure and heart failure while performing the act.
Yeah.
If you're going to go, I
If
guess
you're
that's
gonna
the
go.
way.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
She was kind of cute too, and the beauty was she didn't call the fucking cops. I guess she just let him sit dead in the backseat of the car after she railed the shit out of this.
She
guy.
looks crazy as shit, to be honest with you. Penelope Williams.
They all look fucking crazy, don't they? Oh, Jesus Christ! Can you imagine
you think-
seeing that in your car window?
Do you think that's the last thing that he saw before his fucking heart just said, I'm out?
I will find you. Holy smokes, cray.
How in the fuck?
That's why women like this are the reason God made light switches, man. Just kill those things so you don't have to see the fucking glare in their eyes. You know somebody's
Oh,
dying.
dude, that's
Well, if you're
Dude-
gonna go out though, I mean, banging a hot nurse is not the worst way to go.
that picture there right now.
All right, Can I
is
get an amen
is
on
that I will
Thank
find you.
Can you imagine? Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Yeah. To the wife, I got to go do dialysis this morning. I really don't want to go.
You
I'll
ju-
see you later.
You just went 2 hours ago. I need another round.
They're upping it.
Yeah, I'm looking at that picture you're looking at. That's got cray written all
I'll
over
find
you.
it. All over it.
You can't leave me, Jeremy.
Holy
I will
shit.
find you.
Oh my God.
That's
I mean, today,
the one that comes knocking on your door at 3:30 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Or you got a fucking dead rabbit lynched up with fishing line on your front porch.
or boiled bunnies on the stove.
But it does bring up a point, though.
crazy.
I mean, I was having this conversation with the prosecutor the other day on these sex offenses. I can understand, child porn, not letting somebody like that with a conviction have a computer. But for these types of things, why do you ban a computer? Give them a fucking outlet, because otherwise you're going to have people like that peeping out the blinds, watching 8-year-old boys and girls ride bicycles, fucking pounding meat. Give them an outlet.
Our buddy Rich says, is she a psych nurse and a badge bunny?
Let him pull the purge the air out of the old balloon there for a little bit. Kind of like what Keith did to his basketball by putting a needle in it on Friday.
Deflate gate part two.
Yeah. Keith, that's sad, Keith. So that's what I had. Keith, you got a lot of people in the house that you know. And
That's a fact.
I'm curious, why are they here to get the fucking money from Dan finally?
Yeah, we brought the muscle in to shake Dan down.
He won the poker tournament.
He's got the
poker
money.
tournament.
We know he's got the money. He's just being very tight gripped with it.
Dan's the asshole that goes to a fundraiser for fucking cancer patients, wins the split the pot, and takes everything back. I mean, he's like, fuck it. Yeah, he's that guy. He's not even the guy that takes, all right, I put 100 in for these tickets. I'll take 100 out, maybe 120, pay my bill, and give the rest. No, fuck Dan.
I've
Walks out with them all.
I've won split the pot before and given it all back.
Bullshit. That's because your beer bill was probably higher than the fucking split the pot portion.
I don't drink like you do.
I give half. I give half back. Full disclosure, I give half because I got bills too, motherfucker. That bar bill that I fucking spent to win that split the pot. I at least come out flush.
So,
but I want to bring Adam up, who so we have a bunch of Warthogs, my motorcycle group that I belong to. They've got a ride coming up, and they want to promote it, and it looks like a great ride, and I've got the flyer. But Adam, give us a little background about yourself, and then how this ride came about and how you're involved with it.
So I'm the coach.
Get right up on that, Mike.
There you go.
There you go. Right up on it.
Do you want me to grab the back of your head?
I had it muted. Now it's unmuted. We're good now.
So anyway, I'm the co-chairman of the event. It used to be two separate events. It was a car show and it was a motorcycle ride, two separate times of the year. And the other half of it and I got together and we said, look, this is stupid. We're killing ourselves for two separate days. Let's combine this and put it all toward the same cause. And so the cause is cops and kids. We shop for underprivileged children at Christmas time. All the local police officers to come together and we take them to Meyer and get their Christmas that they would not have without us. 100% they would not have.
Oh shit!
Anything
He said it. Everybody in the room has to drink.
Yeah,
he said 100%.
Tell him the rule.
So
he didn't know the rule.
Yeah, you didn't tell me what rule I'm.
Anytime you
say
say 100%, well, now we have two. You have to drink.
Here we go.
So this is the shop with a cop that's been around for a long, long time, right? Yeah,
it is.
It is in my car.
Kevin's got this up out on the big TV somehow or another.
Oh.
I don't know how it happened. He just texted me, said I was trying to comment, and all of a sudden it popped up on the big TV. It's the first time that's happened.
that's cool.
All right, continue, Adam. Sorry.
So it is now a ride and a car show together. Every single dollar. This is something that we are the most proud of. Literally every dollar raised goes to the charity.
Is that 100% of all money
shit.
raised?
Yeah,
There you go.
There we go.
I wasn't going to say
Sunday
it.
That
You
was
did.
deliberate.
I know. I wasn't going to say it.
Sunday Funday, motherfuckers.
So every dollar, if
100%
100%
of all monies.
of every dollar goes to this charity. We're not using that money to pay for the bands that we have come that day. We're not using that money for any other reason other than to shop with a cop.
Are those bands? Are they donating their time? Are you guys paying? Or not. It's inconsequential, but I'm just curious.
It's 100% donation.
Love it.
Nice.
I was going to do it, but I love it.
I was leading it in. I mean, it's like leading Dan across railroad tracks when you smack him with the train.
So I'll tell you how the day starts out. Registration from 10 to noon, and the bikes or cars. If you choose to go on the cruise, you can put your show car in the cruise and go cruise with us. It's police escorted throughout Campbell County, and we bump into a couple other counties on the way, but you can put your show car right in there and cruise along with all the bikes.
What a great idea!
That's cool.
That is a great idea.
And the old timers, there was a couple old timers there last year, and they said, all these years we've been coming to car shows and nobody's ever said, hey, let's go for a ride. So it seems to have taken off.
And the fact, like you said, you're busting your ass on this end, busting your ass on this end. Yeah, combining it. I mean, what a great idea.
Yeah. And if the show participants don't feel like going on the ride, they're getting judged. Their class or whatever vehicle they have is getting judged while we're out. And then when we come back, the vehicles or bikes that are on the ride, they get judged.
Okay.
So it's a full day event. There's food trucks there. There's, of course, the park, AJ Jolly Park, has been gracious enough to let us be at their facility there. So there's kayaks and canoe rental for the kids. And we're trying to really make this a whole family event.
And the fact that it's police escorted too. I mean, we've gone on, with the Warthogs, a ton of rides. And we police ourselves for the most part, but it is nice to be on a police escorted ride where we don't have to worry about anything.
So the way that we generally do it is I send out an invite to all the departments locally.
100%. Just because I was thirsty.
Okay, 100% again. So we send out an invite to all of the local police departments, asking them to send a car on that day. We've had as many as 19 departments represented.
Wow.
At one time. So what we do is we'll put 8 or 10 vehicles and then a car with lights on. Do it all the way throughout the ride, as well as the fact that Lexington Motor Union is gracious enough to send their guys up on the bikes to run block for us, along with Campbell County PD helps us throughout.
Which makes it that much more safe. I mean, everybody.
I was going to say it's the safest ride in the tri-state. Probably on this side of the Mississippi. I mean, for God's sake, man, that is really cool.
So I should put Dan Carroll up front. Then he's gonna have to stop for gas, and everybody's gonna do the accordion shit, slamming into people. Fuck.
I've got the flyer. I've been posting it, pulling it up, pulling it down, but we'll put it on our website as well.
Thank you very much.
It's August.
How long is a ride like that?
So the ride is about an hour and 30 minutes of your day. Now, what comes along with the ride? If you pay to go on the ride, you come home, you come back to the park, you have a ticket in your hand that's your meal as well.
Okay.
So
what was it? I have to pull it up again.
$20, I believe.
Yeah, $20 registration, 25 rides. Ride includes a free lunch. So yeah, you can't go have fun and then eat
right
for that.
You definitely cannot. And again, 100%.
Fuck.
There we are.
Well, my
every dollar
my fucking bar
goes
tab's
to-
definitely gonna be more than $25
goes
a
to
day.
this cause.
In past years, what kind of a turnout have you had for this event?
Uh,
For the ride, and I guess the car show was separate up until this year, right?
so the car show used to be down in Newport,
Okay.
and it was very well received down there. Obviously, blocks and blocks of cars. The ride was out of Alexandria, and it was just the ride. Up to, I think, the year before COVID, we had 190 bikes.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah,
That's
really good.
That's a big
really
ride.
good. Yeah.
Do you? And this is a stupid question. Do you just ride for an hour and a half, or you make stops at places?
there are no stops, only because it is police escorted.
Okay.
And we want to keep the safety, because like you guys said, I've been on rides where you've got the accordion, and then we're trying to wrangle 100 people at each stop to get back in line to go again.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give,
It's like every Warthog ride that's not police escorted.
I wanted to give
Kickstands
people
up
a
in 10
chance.
minutes. 25 minutes later, here we are. Yeah, we're
I
usually
wanted to
waiting
give
on
people a
Snuffy.
chance to go enjoy a ride and not have to worry about, I'm going to jump back in, or I'm, this or that. I wanted to give them a chance to experience a ride without all those other things that go with it.
Yeah.
There's plenty enough rides in the tri-state where you're going to stop 12 times.
Yeah. This is one that you want.
This is one that you will not.
What if something? This is going to be a weird question, but I'm going to go with it. What if somebody
Shocker.
who doesn't have a motorcycle nor is an endorsement, are there bikers that are willing for an extra $20 contribution to take them as a passenger on said motorcycle.
Well, whoever's taking you
It
is
depends.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for, baby.
whoever's
Perfect.
whoever's
I want to
taking
dock.
him.
I want to ride facing you, and we'll dock.
It's not that kind of ride.
Oh, really?
It's not that kind of ride.
Whoever's taking Rob is going to have to put extra air in the shocks. I'm just letting you know.
Pride Month was last month.
I'm in.
Adam, that sounds phenomenal. It does.
So there's one other part to this that is nowhere else. You will find nowhere else at any event. And that is, we don't do, everybody does a silent auction or what have you to kind of bolster some money to come in. I have an auctioneer come in and we do a live auction with some really nice items, some guns, some really top end toolboxes, stuff like that.
That keeps it safe when you're auctioning guns off.
There's
Well, yeah,
no
it
bullets. There's no bullets.
We don't auction the shells off at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll just bring my own.
You just got to bring one of every caliber just in case.
Yeah.
But so people seem to really get into that portion of it because
It's so much more fun.
They're up there, raising their hand for a live auction as opposed to just dropping a ticket in a basket.
That'd be cool.
That's so much more
When
fun.
is that again, Kiefer? I can't read that.
August 27th.
All right.
August 27th. That's a Sunday.
Dan found his calendar.
Well,
I do.
he never finds his calendar.
I got my calendar right
Holy
there.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to make a note on that and make sure I don't schedule anything else for that day.
He'll
so I can
be
part of that
texting
ride.
you or somebody.
awesome.
What date was it? And it'll be on the 27th. He's texting. And he's
It's
going
right
to text
there.
what
It's
time
on
is
the
it?
27th.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll fuck it up.
100% available all the time.
There we
There
go.
you go. Fucking Christ.
It is located at AJ Jolly Park, just outside of Alexandria. And I want your audience to understand this because car guys, there's different groups of car guys. There's the ricers, there's the gassers, the different groups of car guys. We will judge all the cars. There's a class for everything. So the younger guys that have a badass ricer that they want to bring out there, bring it. We've got a
talking like
class.
Tokyo Drift type. Is that a racer?
Yeah.
The Tokyo Drift shit
Yeah.
with the neons up the bigs.
Heck yeah. If you got a big fin and a spoiler, well, there's a class for that. Come on, bring it out there.
Bring it down.
What
Yeah.
would my 2017 Toyota Avalon fit in at? A ricer?
The back.
No, if I got the glow sticks and put them on, duct taped them underneath the car so it lit up.
I will tell you that
if
you pay for a spot, we'll judge it.
You should sit in it and then you'll judge it even more.
That's the best line. That's the best line we're going to hear today, right there.
I just want to
You
freak.
pay for a spot, we'll judge it.
I just want to pop. I want to pop the hood of the motherfucker, and I want to pop the trunk. I just want
That
people
is
to be
awesome.
freaked out looking at the shit in my trunk.
I don't care what you
What the
bring.
fuck does he have a blind person cane in there?
So Adam, what I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
do, I'm going to keep this graphic
I can't just
For-
make the noise
in
on my
each
car.
podcast. I'll make sure we put this up
I greatly appreciate
because we've got a few more in July, and then obviously we're going to have leading into August. So I'll keep this graphic here, and then
it.
we'll
You
make
know what
sure
I'd
we
like
keep
to
putting
do, and I'll make this offer right now. Because it is on a Sunday, I'd like you to come out and do your podcast live
Oh,
that
man.
day.
it. Oh shit,
That's a challenge right there.
that is a challenge.
That is a serious.
We can do
challenge.
that because we can comment and be like sitting
I
at
will make
Walmart.
sure that you have a tent and fans and electric. You come out and do your podcast live at my event.
All right,
Sounds
we'll
good to me.
we'll work on that.
I'm in.
That's perfect.
Yeah, see what the date. I'll take a look at the date. It's a Sunday.
August 27th.
August 27th.
Thanks, Dan.
You'll hear it a bunch here in the next month.
I just want to be able to ride back. Wait till you see the back of my
Riding with
t-shirt.
Play-Doh. Riding bitch with Play-Doh.
Adam, thank
Maybe
you
we
so
can get
much.
a special shirt made up for Rob. I'm riding bitch today.
No, it's gonna say one more.
One
I'm
more,
out
I'm
of
outta
here
here.
logo on the
I'm
front.
riding bitch.
Plato's bitch.
Yes, property of
Guys,
Plato.
thank you so much.
Absolutely, Adam.
He
Thank you,
takes my
guys.
dick beautifully, is what the back of the shirt's gonna say.
Now we will.
He's loving that because you're the only one that would claim him. You're the only one. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Now we will
Oh,
definitely
shit.
promote. We'll such a great
And it
great
wasn't
cause.
much of a hill.
You've got Rob that'll take
Yeah.
it to a place, but
When you're walking,
You're gonna wind
drunk.
up. You're gonna wind up on Rob's OnlyFans page. Yeah, that's good. You're good with that.
I guess I'm the only subscriber of my OnlyFans page. So
Yeah,
if
it's
I
only
get you to
fan.
subscribe, I got an OnlyFans page now. That's awesome.
he can now put the S on it.
It's a microphone, man. You had to deep throat that motherfucker. You might want to gargle with some shit, or you'd be like Michael Douglas, man, with Catherine Zeta-Jones sitting there calling out HPV for the throat cancer, not the smoking for 40 fucking years. It's from eating pussy in the 90s, man. No, it wasn't. You dickhead. You smoked for 40 fucking years, and you're sitting next to a hot-ass chick with a trach scar. What the fuck is wrong with you? She does. She covers it up. It beautifully covers it up.
Oh, wow.
Blaming eating pussy in the 90s for your throat cancer after you smoked for 45 years.
Way to throw that out after we're talking about a fucking event for kids.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nice job, Rob.
Don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke. PSA, don't smoke. That's what Michael should have done.
You have no fucking filter at all.
Douglas should have done the PSA for no smoking because everybody's getting the HPV vax now. It's not going to be an issue going forward.
Yep.
I'm willing to risk it.
I'm willing to risk it. You know what? You are a gentleman among men.
At 48 years of age, HPV, HIV, any of the hep shit ain't going to kill me. I'm going to die of cancer.
You are a gentleman among
So I'm
men.
good with that.
How many of you fuckers do we have in this room?
I don't know. He looks like a virgin. So you're saying fuckers. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six
All right.
fuckers.
So we
And a
got
virgin. I'm a virgin too.
6 audience members.
Are they yours? I got 3 kids. I don't know if the last one's mine or not. I had a buddy living in the basement. That is a true ass story. I looked at my wife.
There's a lot of stories in the sheriff's office when I was there. That there's a lot of stories that are pretty funny with that. I don't know if that one's mine. It looks like you.
I came home
There
on
you go.
Saturday. When she
I just
told me
put it in
she's
my
crying,
calendar
told
right
me
there.
she was pregnant. I go, oh
I'm
my
proud
God,
of you.
that's it. I thought somebody died. I go, that's it? She's like, yeah, what do you mean that's it? I was like, was it mine? She's like, what the fuck do you mean is it yours? I was like, well, I don't remember us having sex in a while. And so-and-so's been living in the basement for 6 months, getting his feet under him.
It's funny. She didn't remember him having sex either.
Yeah, true story. Chloroform is apparently a amnesiac. Chloroform.
Dano, we haven't heard much from you. What do you got?
Dan's got.
Well,
He learned how to use his calendar on his phone, which is great.
I did. I just put the Warthogs ride and car show.
It'll be fucked up.
AJ Jolly Parks, August 27th.
He'll be there on Saturday.
I'll be there at the right time.
Okay.
I'll be there at the right day, right time, right place.
Mm-hmm.
Almost had a hole in one. That's almost my first hole in one at that golf course. there.
Neat story. What do you
Long
have? What
time.
do you have for the fucking podcast?
Well, I'm still bent out of shape that there's nothing new on the cocaine at the White House. I mean, the latest story on this is from 2 days ago, and Fox News, their reporters are contradicting the story that the Bidens weren't at the White House that day because they report on everything. The first family's here, the first family's not here, Joe Biden's here, all that shit.
Was the flag up?
And
Was it
and
down?
all they had to do was go back and look at their reporting that day. And Corinne Jean-Pierre is saying, oh, well, the Bidens weren't even here. So it couldn't possibly come from Hunter Biden. Well, yeah, he was there. And there's nothing new on this from yesterday, and there's nothing new on it from today. Are you kidding me? And now we're supposed to believe the most secure building on the planet, or what should be the most secure building on the planet. Do any one of you guys believe for 1 second that they don't know right this moment, or didn't know 30 minutes after they found it where that cocaine came from, who had it, who put it there? Any of you guys believe that for 1 second?
It smelled funny. I know that. I mean, I know it smelled funny, but
There we go. So the fact that we're not to the bottom of this already is just complete bullshit. I mean, they treat us all like we're stupid imbeciles, and they can just tell us whatever they want.
That song is the new White House wait song. You know, when you get put on hold and shit. And they play this walk-up music for the press secretary.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Joe.
That
Hold on,
should
let
be
me put you on
That should
hold.
be Corinne Jean-Pierre's walk.
It's a walk-up music. Yeah, like a batter going up to an MLB. Fuck. I'd like to party with that motherfucker.
No, I think I agree with you. It's complete bullshit.
Hell yeah.
And
Prestige Worldwide, boats and hose, man.
if it was anything else, anything that is pro Biden, we know every second of every good thing, quote unquote, using big air quotes, that he did. Oh, look what he did. Look what he did. Oh, look, he took his own shit today. Look at him. He's doing so good. fucking
He's
moron.
such a big boy.
He's such a big boy.
I mean, today is July 9th. Am I right about that?
Oh, Jesus
the
Christ.
the latest
Yes.
story that was published on this is from July 7th. So for the last 2 days, there's been zero published on this story.
And what does
Because
it
they're
say
re-upping.
from that administration of how they treat the American people? Of we're all lemmings, we're all dumb, and we're not going to ask any more fucking questions about it.
Yeah.
I mean
Because they know they can get away with it.
that's like the mentality that they have, and it's fucking ignorant.
Let me ask you a question. If you had the opportunity, Dan, to do a line of coke off of Dr. Jill's titty, would you?
Ooh.
What? Dr. Jill Biden?
Yes.
No.
What about Hillary?
No.
And
No
you,
way.
And you get a Medal of Honor.
No way.
And you get a Medal of Honor for doing
Right.
such.
No.
I'd be kind of cool to do a line off the titty of a fucking sitting president.
Well, it's his wife.
Well, knock yourself out then.
I take it off Monica Lewinsky.
Yes.
I take it off.
Monica.
I heard she's going to be the cover of Cigar Aficionado magazine. We're pushing that. I want to know. We talked about this previously. I want to know what cigar he put inside of her. What brand? Macanudo, Fuente.
For Cuba Cuba.
There's a woman in the closet.
Cole's. All right. I'll be there. Thank you. It's my secretary, everybody. I'm sorry.
She was whispering. Something very important's happening.
Very important. Sorry. I was beckoned. I'll be right back.
Rob, it was a Monte Cristo. That's what it said.
Was it?
It was a Monte Cristo.
It was?
Monte Cristo.
Well, I'm going to go get a Monte
You know that
Cristo
for sure?
tonight.
Probably right.
What? Maybe it was a. It could have been a Macanudo,
Could be a Mac-
Romeo and Juliet type Fuente or something.
Could have been a bunch.
Either way, all cigar sales went up
Oh hell yeah!
after that. All cigar sales went up.
If they put her on the
Even
cover,
Black
get
and
an
Milds.
interview.
Even Black and Milds went up. Swisher Sweets.
Swisher roll tight, baby.
How's Monica Lewinsky looking today? She look good? I mean, I haven't seen a picture of her lately.
It's not bad.
I know she's
We can let me look this up and then we can dial it down if you want.
Jason's gonna find something recent on Monica Lewinsky.
I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
All right. Well, I was gonna say we could dial it down but all right, cool, got it. Let's see. Ironically, somebody else has already looked.
Here,
for
bring
this.
that over here. Come over here. Come here, Plato. Sit down. Sit down here. Sit down. Be part of the One More Than Out Here podcast. All right, let's see.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it up. I got one.
This is current.
All right, let's see. That's like, yeah. Well, she's she's gotten her hair done. I mean, she looks pretty good.
Lips are
You
good.
like that? Can we? I
Oh,
don't know how
hold
well
on.
you can
I
see
gotta
that
get-
on.
I gotta get these ads out of here.
All right. Well, Jason's got one on his computer.
That is on.
Mine's
It's on
a
the
better
live
picture,
stream.
Keith.
What about that one?
She looks happy in my picture.
She looks.
She looks happy in this one too. From Vanity Fair. I got to figure out
Not
when.
bad. And she was behind the desk.
So just talk.
With
Speak
Bill.
right into that thing.
She was behind the desk with Bill.
So this is
Well-
this is
Keith, you wouldn't be ashamed of that.
this
would
is
you?
Brad Plato. No,
Keith, you
absolutely
wouldn't be
not.
ashamed of that. Look at that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You know what? If
And
I
I
was the
would've-
president and
I
I would have
would've
admitted
admitted it.
shit, I might do it too.
I
mean,
would've
what
it-
the
You
hell?
know,
I would have admitted it. Yes, I banged the shit out of her in the Oval Office.
I
Banged the
had
shit
sexual
out of her.
relations. The hell I did. I did have sexual
Just-
relations.
And guess what? And guess what? You don't want me as your president anymore? Okay, it's fine. I was a
You
shitty
have my
president.
vote.
I
Anyway.
mean,
said I
can,
had
can you
sexual
imagine
relations.
the guys who sit around and drink beers with Bill Clinton, and when he starts rolling and he starts telling the truth about those stories?
And then he's looking at his wife and
I mean-
going, wait a minute, I had that.
Jill Billy commented, new
Now
blue, new
I'm
blue
with
dress
Bill.
I see.
When you look at her, she's like Seabiscuit with the teeth. And we know who Seabiscuit is.
That's Ocasio
using a
Cortez.
different
That's
reference.
Ocasio
I'm
Cortez.
using a different reference. It's not Secretariat, it's Seabiscuit. Not the Secretariat, not Secretariat. I'm talking about Seabiscuit. That's horrible, isn't it? I probably shouldn't have said that. Should I said that live? I probably shouldn't have said that.
Well, you can't take it back now,
I can't
motherfucker.
take it back now. It is on record.
It is on record and unedited.
for everyone to see. Yeah.
Should I I have to move now. Rob's back. I gotta no. I'm leaving Rob. I'm giving Rob a seat. We're talking about Motley once.
That was a fast meeting.
Rob, what do you think? I want your opinion. Oh,
We got a new Monica out there?
Monica Lewinsky.
I did.
The new picture.
It's
There's Monica.
That mic's muted.
I would hit that. 100% I'd hit that motherfucker.
Exactly.
Of course.
No, she
Up,
looks
down?
like Christy Alley a little bit skinny.
She does, Kirstie Alley, yeah. But look at Hillary. And then you have that.
Well, when it's late at night and you're at the White House and you're working a little overtime and pizza's been delivered.
Stress reliever.
There's the intern and there's the chief executive.
That was pre-stress ball time.
Look at all the hours I'm putting in.
Their eyes met across the darkened room.
This job never stops.
I'm putting work in right now.
When
I mean, can you imagine though, Bill Clinton? He's having a couple of bourbons. He's sitting around with his buddies, and they're smoking some cigars. And someone says, "Hey, Bill, tell that story about Lewinsky." I mean,
He's like,
God.
"Shit, where's Hillary at?" And is there a sniper up in the hills?
No, Hillary's in a different part of the country, so he's not concerned about that at all.
Yeah, but she's got snipers everywhere.
I mean, for God's sake,
shit, you can hang yourself.
Hillary doesn't.
You can
care.
hang yourself in a
Hillary
jail
doesn't
cell
give a
because
rip
you
about
knew
that.
shit.
she's like a honey badger, man.
She doesn't care about that. She never cared about any of that.
Honey badger don't care.
Honey-
Oh yeah, I'll be the Tobey Maguire on that motherfucker. Ride that thing.
Dan, do you have anything else? Because if not, we'll dial it down.
No, I'm pretty good. I just I thought the story that came out late last week, actually it was on July 4th. The judge in Louisiana talked about all these different government agencies that he found were actively trampling on the First Amendment rights of people who disagree with this administration, because they're going out to all these different social media companies and saying, we don't like this, we don't like this, we don't like this. And they were having all these social media companies shut that down. And to my way of thinking,
Tap head.
the first
Still haven't seen it.
First Amendment to the Constitution is the bedrock of the most basic rights that we have, and that's freedom of speech.
Do you think they started at 2 though, when they started writing the Bill of Rights and just said, we're going to think of something more important than all this other shit, and we're going to put that one up front? Or do you think they started with that one and worked back?
Well, without the Second Amendment, the First Amendment is worthless.
Oh, what if they started the Second Amendment and said, how do we bolster the other fucking 9?
Well, but in bigger picture, freedom of speech is
I mean, to my way
is
of
the
thinking,
most important thing. And to find out the way this Biden administration was just running roughshod over all of that, to me, should have been a much bigger story than it turned out to be.
So thank you for bringing that to our attention real quick. It is Sunday.
Well, you asked me if I had anything else.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the kind of stuff I think about.
Here's what's heavy as shit too. Nikki Hiltz, who identifies as a transgender non-binary person. I mean, that's something that gives me a fucking headache even thinking what that means. This is what I'm talking about. They just hyphenate shit. Apparently what it is, Jesus, a biological female who identifies as transgender non-binary, which I guess she doesn't have a dick, but doesn't claim to have a dick.
It's all confusing as fuck. I mean, who knows?
Just put
Who knows
fucking
what the hell they're
hyphenation,
talking
put
about?
hyphens in things, and you're fucking solid if you're writing an article nowadays. Is what I'm thinking.
Right.
Um,
You'll be solid.
yeah, it's what is that? Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
White guy playing a black guy playing a white guy.
No, that
playing
was,
a black
was
guy.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. I mean, fucking, what does this mean? Hyphen shit. You know, the only thing you should hyphen nowadays is if you're remarried. Fucking hyphen your name if you want. If your husband doesn't have a set of balls, and say no. But also, you have 2 last names when you're on Facebook because you want your friends from high school to know your fucking maiden name. But don't put a fucking hyphen in there. And whatever the fuck a hyphen non-binary female to male, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Come up with something simple.
It's a lot of gibberish.
Just say, you know what they should do? You know how in the racing programs at Turfway and other tracks, they put the L in parentheses, first time Lasix?
Oh.
Put a fucking dick and balls or a vajayjay, or you can even do the fucking cross and the fucking pointer thing. I don't care. Just let us know what it is.
Well, no, well, that's it.
I mean, put a fucking Charlie Manson fucking tattoo on your forehead so I know what you are when I'm engaging you, and it should be on the bottom of emails. If you got I'm Pat Johnson. What the fuck is Pat? Is that a guy or a girl? Do I say Mrs. Johnson, Mr. Johnson, Ms.? What the fuck do I just call you?
Well, don't
Pat?
people you get emails from now put their pronouns at the bottom?
No, if they put their.
Hi, I'm Rob Herking. They them.
I don't fucking.
Come on.
No, I'm gonna butcher the pronouns if you put a fucking pronoun on an email to me. I don't give two shits.
But who cares? I mean, I don't give a
fuck. But come up with something simple so I know what you are. Why does it got to be so hard? I mean, you know what? It shouldn't be that fucking hard.
Well, and then the
it's
thing
only
is,
hard when you look at it that long.
Then they get a serious case of the goo if you don't recognize what they are.
And no pun intended with the goo.
If you don't recognize their fluidity.
With you,
I'm so sick of that shit.
With you, I'm wearing a Pound Me Too fucking t-shirt. No, just takes it.
Nikki, you want to be part of the podcast? No, she's been.
Whoa. Let's not get lippy.
She's running errands for you.
We're not getting lippy or we don't get a bonus.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. See, this is why you are such a fucking asshole.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Don't get lippy. You don't get a bonus.
That's right. She's starting to want to hyphenate shit. She told me to call her them and then. I don't even know what that means, but that's what her preferred pronoun is.
But before we do go, did you guys see Ellie De La Cruz yesterday steal second, third, and home?
Yes.
How crazy was that shit? That was awesome, wasn't it?
These guys are making it fun to watch. That's
big
for
game
sure.
today. 210 in the house here. Big game. Third game in Milwaukee. And then those assholes come back next Friday and play here against us. So I'm going to be tuned into that. We had FC come back from a 2-0 deficit at half to go 2-2. Fucking PK
so
was
they
awesome.
tied. That was last night?
Yeah.
They tied last night?
2-2.
Okay. All right.
And the last goal to make it 2-2 was a phenomenal goal. So Cincinnati team's looking up. We're not jinxing it. I'm still wearing my brown paper bag. Dan's going to jinx it.
I'm on the bandwagon, man. That dude is so much fun to watch.
Rob,
you never know what he's going to do.
Rob, I think we have a question.
Yeah. Rob's wearing blue just like.
No, it's your proverbial question.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you guys all look, well, shit, like a hairy group. I see.
You're going to find out when you go on that ride.
I got my mustache called a dick broom the other day, so I turned around to the guy and I said, well, you're wearing a dick bib, motherfucker, because you had a full beard. But with the facial hair that you guys have,
like that guy.
Yes. Yeah, that guy. With the facial hair you guys have, I assume, though, there's probably some scaping going on downstairs a little bit. Everybody's not running around 70s, 80s bush downstairs. So we've been asking. Makes it look bigger.
Look like a button on a winter coat.
looks like a baby oak tree just breaching through the shrubbery.
God, I'm trying to end this so bad.
So the question we always ask, you guys know this question, right? Maybe not. You're gonna find it out because we always ask Dan this. He will not tell us, even though he says he did.
The question was asked and answered.
It was not
a
answered.
long time ago.
It was never answered.
Do you guys ask him? You ask him loud.
Do you manscape?